What's good, y'all? I know the last video, some people commented and said my audio was a little off or very low. Please let me know the audio is good. I'll definitely speak up a little bit more in this video. But today is training camp day 4, I want to say. Yeah, day 4. They did sign 2 tackles, Alex Akinbulu and Rashad Hill. Rashad Hill played for the Vikings, and I think he was the highest rated tackle or even offensive lineman per PFF last year. Now, he is a swing tackle. He's a backup tackle. So Cornelius Lucas being on the reserved or, non-injury list right now, I don't know if that really has a factor to do with it. But, like I said, if you're signing guys for depth on the offensive line, I'm 100% fine with it, especially with all the injuries that we had last year, even the year before, all the past decade with all the injuries that we had on the offensive line. So I'm 100% fine with signing tackles, offensive tackles, and guards and centers and whatnot. They did release Boo Benschwal, who's a center/guard. So, but all right, the guys who are on the side field, John Bates was on the side field, Troy Apke was on the side, Trapke was on the side field, Jeremy Reeves on the side field, DeJuan Neal on the side field again. Ben Sanders said the Ashburn cycling team was Charles Leno and Andrew Norwell. Now, Curtis Samuel was limited today. Now, I know some people, they get up in arms when he's limited and he's, not playing all the snaps and all the practice drills and everything like that. But, hey, man, I was just waiting to see. I've already said enough about Curtis Samuel. I called him Paul Richardson a couple of times. But like I said, he's had a good training camp so far from what I heard. With that juke move that he put on Ben St. Juice. So I'm just excited to see the guy play. I'm not going to comment anymore on the injury status. Like I talked about with the Eastern Motors commercial, people were joking me because I said his groin looked good. What do you mean by that? I know you guys are you got your heads in the gutter and whatnot, but I'm excited to see him play. That's all I'm gonna say. Zach Selby says, so let's get to the play-by-play tweets here. Zach Selby says, team going through red zone drills. Carson Wentz delivers a strike to Cole Turner in the end zone. Cole Turner got dapped up by Juan Castillo after the play too. So Cole Turner got an opportunity to step up and play tight end one, especially with Logan Thomas being out, John Bates being on the side field. He was tight end number 1 today. I heard a lot of the guys played well. Curtis Hodges played well today. Sammy Reyes got in the action today. So all the tight ends are stepping up, knowing that they have more of opportunity now. And then AGG retiring, I think they know the 3 guys that are really going to be making a roster, at the tight end spot. So Zach Selby says, next touchdown of the day comes from De'Ami Brown. Heineke was the quarterback delivering the throw. So De'Ami Brown playing well again. He's had a strong camp so far. So I'm just, I'm hoping that he can be that 4th wide receiver out there. Maybe, 500 yards or something like that. I don't know if he'll get 1,000, but if he just adds some juice to other than the big 3, if he adds some juice, catches the football, no concentration drops, not fumbling, or not tripping over his feet and sliding and falling down and showing off that speed, that would be a huge addition to this team and Carson. Hoping Carson wins out a lot. Zach Selby says Sam Howell scrambles for the touchdown, working with the 3rd team, ending the session on a high note for the offense. Next up is 9-on-9. So Sam Howell, he had a good practice yesterday, and he's mobile, man. You see what he did at Carolina, man. He ran for 800 yards. He wasn't known as a mobile quarterback, but man, that's why I like Sam Howell a lot, man, because he would put the team on his back with Carolina. When he lost De'Ami Brown, he lost Daz Newsome. There were some of the running backs that they had. Went to the NFL, and then his senior year, his last year, all those guys left. He had to put the team on his back a lot. He was running RPOs, design runs, quarterback draws, all kinds. He's like a bowling ball out there. He was just had a ball of this and breaking tackles and whatnot. So I really love Sam Howell's moxie and his toughness. I like him a lot. I really do. Zach Selby says Cole Turner has gotten 2 targets on the red zone so far today, both ending in touchdowns. Cole Turner told me that's an area of his game that he takes pride in the most. So 10 touchdowns in college, his last year is no joke, man. I'm telling you, high catch radius. I'm really liking Cole Turner a lot. I see the potential in him. I really do. Matt Parris says Andrew Norwell and Charles Leno aren't practicing. They are in uniform. Today was a vet day today as well. I forgot to say that in the beginning. But they're on the exercise bikes and not participating in individual drills. Jeremy Reeves on the side field. Don't see John Bates or Trey Turner either. JP Finley says some live field goal kicking today. Joey Sly was 4 for 4. Including a 50-plus yarder, was 1 high snap, though. So Cheeseman is the snapper, so he's got to work on that. But Joey Sly, man, Sly guy, I'm really happy about him coming back. Of course, them re-signing him or bringing him back because he was really good. I mean, he's built like a linebacker. Of course, he's another Commander, a Carolina guy, but he was really good. He was so clutch last year. He was super, super clutch. last year. And we need a consistent kicker really badly. We just went through a lot of trials and tribulations with Dustin Hopkins, missing extra points, missing easy kicks. And then the guy blew it, was just awful. So Joey Sly, he's not scared to tackle. No, Joey Sly, he needs to chill out with the tackling because he got hurt in that Monday Night Football game when we really needed him. JP Finley says Cole Turner with his second red zone touchdown today. Dude can play. I'm telling you, Cole Turner. I'm telling you. JP Finley says spirited red zone 11 versus 11 session. Wentz had a good throw for a touchdown to Cole Turner. Threw another one out of end zone with nowhere to go. Ben Sanders says Curtis Samuel's here, but I have noticed him on the field on the field for team drills. I asked Ron Rivera yesterday about the plan after last year's issues. In a word, cautious. Zach Selby says first offense just got done with 2-minute drills. Wentz hits Dotson in the end zone on 4th down as time expires. So the Wentz and Dotson connection continues. Zach Selby says second team going through 2-minute drills now. Heineke opens up with a sideline pass to De'Ami Brown, who makes a really nice catch before stepping out of bounds. So De'Ami Brown making plays once again. Zach Selby talking about Curtis Hodges here. Curtis Hodges just scored a really impressive touchdown with 2 defenders, 2 drives from the offense during 2-minute drills, 2 touchdowns. So Curtis Hodges making plays. Another guy with catch radius, 6'8", 2 tall tight ends, man. I'm telling you. You know how Carson Wentz really likes his tight ends. Ben Stanley says Carson Wentz with a dime to Jahan Dotson. Curtis Hodges with a great snag of Taylor Heineke's pass shy of backline while keeping his feet in bounds. Nicky Jala said the same thing. Basically, Carson Wentz throwing a bullet of the middle to Jahan Dotson for a touchdown. Pretty play. Zach said we're talking about special teams here. Players back returning kicks are Alex Erickson, Dax Milne, Jaquez Ezzard, McGowan, and Jared Patterson. So Jared Patterson getting some burn as a kick returner, so that's intriguing to see. Maybe that's a way he can fight and try to make the roster because it's going to be tough for him to make the roster this year. JP Finley says Mark and Michelle drops a walk-in touchdown, a good throw from Heineke. Mark and Michelle played really well in OTAs and minicamp, so just had a drop there, but he's definitely going to work on that. There's some people who think he has a chance to make the roster. They really do. JP Finley says hell of a catch from Curtis Hodges for a red zone touchdown. Stones throw from Heineke took a chance, a lot of traffic, but he gave the 6'8" guy a chance to bring it down. JP Finley also says Cole Turner have a strong day. I already talked about that. Matt Paris says team drill observations, a lot of red zone focus so far, and man, does Cole Turner's size really stand out. A great blanket for Carson Wentz and Taylor Heineke. Wentz in particular hit him in the back of the end zone for a nice pass. So Carson Wentz and Cole Turner, I can see that connection already cooking. David Finley gives a shout out to Jamin Davis, says more 11 versus 11. Good recognition from Jamin Davis would have blown up at wide receiver screen of Jahan Dotson. So we need Jamin Davis to step up. Looks like the game is slowing down for him a little bit. It's just practice, so I don't want to, overreact to this, but, just seeing that he's reading and reacting more, diagnosing plays, that's what we need him to do. And he was a rookie last year, so I know a lot of people were hard on him, but, if he can just get acclimated to the game, read and react, not get stuck on blocks, just use that speed and go, for Jamin Davis. So, John Kime says Corn Elder's having a good camp, so that's there. He could be the slot wide receiver behind Ben St. Juice. They need that cornerback depth there. So Corn Elder, man, having a really good camp. Zach Selby says Ben St. Juice just had a really nice pass breakup while working against Alex Erickson in the end zone. So Alex Erickson is a slot wide receiver, so it looks like Ben St. Juice was playing slot there. David Harrison, Sammy's Reyes sighting here. Sammy's Reyes shout out. He says Sammy's Reyes had 3 or so catches with the first team in the next team session. Smooth catches into runs, so I'm happy to hear that. I always talk about Sammy's Reyes, how he bobbles the ball, and I heard that he bought a jugs machine to practice at his house. So that's awesome to hear because he really needs it. He needs it bad. Chris also says Carson Wentz holds on to the ball entirely too much, which is going to be good and bad. The touchdown pass to Dotson was perfect timing and rhythm. A lot of other pass dropbacks were anything but. Chris also says a few drops today. I've seen Terry McLaurin as he slipped. Dotson had one as well, at least one another. Also, Deron Payne had one really lazy snap, got caught jumping on a hard count, got back in place, and then had zero push or energy on his rush. Consistency has always been an issue, so he's talking about Deron Payne there. He's got to show some consistency there. Montez Sweat, Andrew Norrell, Charles Leno, also Curtis Samuel with a reduced work. We're out with for a vet day. John Allen, Curtis Samuel with a reduced workload today. Matt Paris giving Corn Elder another shout out. Here's a very random guy I think is having a good camp. Corn Elder, he and Christian Holmes have primarily been the backup cornerbacks behind the obvious 4. So obvious 4 is, BSJ, William Jackson, Kendall Fuller, and probably Danny Johnson. So Corn Elder and Christian Holmes playing really well. JP Finlay says, when Wentz makes quick decisions, almost always looks good. Serge the Shooter says, they picking on Corn Elder today. It ain't working. He locking up. So Corn Elder getting some praise, man. I'm telling you, Corn Elder playing really well. Serge says, man, I can't wait to see Mark and Michelle in a preseason game. He gonna push for that last receiver spot, whether it's 6 or 7 in that room. So Mark and Michelle, he's one of the people. Serge the Shooter is one of the people that is a believer in Mark and Michelle. He's got that speed, man. Playing in the USFL, he's got that speed. Brother is Sony Michelle, who played for the Patriots as well. William Jackson with some quotes today. He said, I'm having fun. I've got my swagger back. We need William Jackson. He's going to be a big part of this defense. We need him to step up. We paid him to be a #1 corner, a lockdown, shutdown corner. Now, I know Jack Del Rio likes to play zone, and he's better as a man corner. But if they can, play man and zone at the same time, switch up coverages, and William Jackson can take guys out. Let's say he takes out CeeDee Lamb out of a game, A.J. Brown. There's going to be some tough matchups for him in the NFC East. Even Kenny Galladay, who he struggled against last year, cut out the penalties, play physical, run stride for stride with guys, being physical. William Jackson, if he plays his kind of football with his swagger and his confidence, then this defense can be much improved than last year for sure. And it's not saying much because the defense was awful last year. But Jackson said the communication in the secondary is 1,000% better. Also about Jack Del Rio bringing up OTAs. You can tell they just did not communicate well last year. If Jackson, Bobby McCain, and Cameron Curl on the same page, Kendall Fuller, this defense can be a lot better. Landon Collins, if they bring him back too, the communication was just better in the second half. And you can see how good this secondary could be. And if the secondary is locking down, then you get more sacks from Montez Sweat, some coverage sacks, John Allen, Deron Payne. So the secondary, I think they're good. I think they're good players. They just didn't communicate well last year in some of the soft coverage zones that Jack Del Rio was calling last year. But the communication is key, man. It's huge because there was too many breakdowns in the defense last year. The Saints game, the little short wide receiver that ran past them, Cordarrelle Patterson that ran past everybody, Darius Slayton, just too many wide open, Keenan Allen, too many times where it's just guys running wide open, just ridiculous at times. So William Jackson is reportedly more comfortable. So he'd said that in his interview. So Cole Turner had a great day. Apparently, he really, really stood out. He worked with the starters today. De'Ami Brown had a strong week of camp as well. Kendall Fuller had a strong week of camp as well. So, and I'm just happy to see that Sammy Reyes got a couple catches, though. I'm intrigued by that. I don't think he's going to make the roster, but I'm intrigued that he got a couple catches today. I'm trying to find the article here that Zach Selby wrote. Wentz started the drill strong, completing 3 or 4 passes with 7 seconds left, facing 4 down. Wentz fired a shot to Jahan Dodson, who made a touchdown catch as time expired. Curtis Hodges was working with Heineke. He had a great catch in the back of the end zone. Trying to find this. Sammy Reyes was also utilizing 2-minute drills with the starting offense and made 3 straight catches, one of which came on a 4th down. Reyes is facing a tough challenge to make the initial 53-man roster. This is from Zach Selby. Also, Derek Forrest had a good day today. Was one of the standouts early in practice as he stuffed 2 run plays during red zone drills. So like we talked about on Rio's stream, man, he's just got to relax a little bit. He plays 100 miles an hour at a time. He's like a missile, a big hitter. I still want him to play with that aggressiveness. Can he be that hybrid linebacker safety that they're looking for? So he's going to make the roster. He's going to be a good special teams player as well. But can he make an impact in games? On 1st down, 2nd down, can he make an impact? And can he play on 3rd down as well? So those are some of the standouts today. For sure. So, like I said, once again, Sammy Reyes, Cole Turner, and Curtis Hodges, all 3 tight ends had a solid day. All right, you guys, have a good weekend. Hail to the Commanders. Peace.